If you're looking for a keyboard to accelerate your process during your work, or something aesthetic and practical, or even to enjoy gaming without having to worry about all these wires messing up, that's why in today's video I've rounded up what I think are the best Bluetooth keyboards of 2021. And to see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these Bluetooth connected keyboards, you can check out the links in the description below. Before I start listening, please let me know down below in the comments if you prefer wired or wireless keyboards. Without wasting the time, let's get started. Firstly, we have the most reputable brand, as you can predict, is from Apple Magic Keyboard, best for Mac. Without any doubt, Apple manages to stay on top of the list since the brand announced its opening day. It gives the technology its due in every angle. Apple users tend to buy it since it's ergonomic and fulfills their requirements. Design-wise, it's a classic and standard look of all keyboards covered in silver. Apple uses plain old nylon material for this adorable look. To reduce the tapping noise, they use silicone for the keys, so the material gives a clear and smooth effect when you touch it, and it doesn't allow any dust to get stuck under it. The measurements are 17.36 to 5.03 to 0.78 inches, and it doesn't give any placement trouble. We can use this keyboard in multiple situations, especially when creating spreadsheets or finance applications. Beneath the keys, we notice the scissor mechanism, which increases stability and leads to a good response to typing. The space between keys is nicely separated. Another feature to mention is the extended layout, which controls the navigated documents for fast scrolling. And full-size arrow keys are used for gaming. It possesses display brightness buttons as well as adjusting volume, video, and audio plays. The connectivity can happen in two ways, either with Bluetooth or with wireless. It's up to you to decide. Now let's talk about the battery life. The numeric keyboard has an incredibly long-lasting battery that can last about a month or even more. However, it's rechargeable via a lightning cable that comes together with the package. The second keyboard screams quality, my friends. It's one and only Logitech brand MX Keys, which is best for productivity. What first comes to mind when we see quality is Logitech. Without a second thought, the company manages to blend in everything so balanced that it pours success in their every released product. The elegant design manages to draw attention, especially with finger-shaped round edges, by creating a satisfying effect on every strike of each key, which involves 104 total number of keys. It becomes more satisfying when silicone reduces noise while typing on it. I am impressed by how you don't hear anything, you only feel it. Covered in matte black metal look, where LED light blinks to indicate pairing mode. It is connected via Bluetooth or wireless devices on the laptop, PC, smartphone, or tablet. It includes the modern and commonly used tools in a keyboard like a volume, emoji insert button, microphone mute button. Moreover, it's compatible with every operating system such as Android, iOS, Windows, Mac OS, Linux, etc. This easily paired hardware can connect up to 3 devices, which is great for interpersonal work specifically. Logitech also allows you to configure the function keys. Sometimes every shortcut is useful when you're in a rush and want to end your work on time. But be aware, it's a little bit bigger than other usual keyboards in comparison, and since it's made of metal, it may be a little bit heavy. Its connectivity can be done via Bluetooth or wireless. About the battery life, it may vary according to user's condition, which lasts approximately 5 months with backlighting off, but when the backlighting is on, it can last up to 10 days. The package inside has a USB recharge to top up the power. Next on the list, we have something that will catch your eye at the first sight, thanks to its awesome and cool looking colors, the iQOO Unix A80, best for 80% keyboard. After iQOO F96, the brand released the A80 model, which immediately attracted its users to explore more about this unique hardware. It is designed with super cool looking as well as super cool colorways like Gateron Red, Cherry Red, Cherry Brown, and Blue with a couple of yellow keys. The curved structure together with the ergonomic feature adds adjustable feet for stability and comfort while typing. At first glance, we can recognize that it is a 10% smaller than most 87 keys mechanical keyboards, but it doesn't swerve from its functionality though. To give a more dynamic illusion, it is built from RGB lighting effects with 7 modes, and 16 million colors were also added to give you an aesthetic feeling while using it. It is customizable. You can easily swap out the mechanical switches and custom your keyboards based on your personal preference. It functions with Bluetooth 5.0 and wireless connection. It can connect two devices at the same time, and is compatible with Windows, macOS, iOS, and Android operating systems. I think there are no other 80% mechanical keyboards that support three types of connections with hot swapping. Oops, I almost forgot to mention the PBT, which indicates the quality of the material, and it's the most durable ones in the market. It makes the letters hard to fade. The battery runs up to 200 days when it's connected via Bluetooth with the backlighting off. With the lighting off, it lasts about 5 hours per day. The next keyboard on the list is for my quality seekers out there, the one and only Logitech K780, which is best for tablets and smartphones. It seems like Logitech knows exactly what customers need by adding extra but basic features at the same time to make your work hours flow. When it comes to design, you cannot call it a piece of art, but it's certainly pleasing your eyes with round key-shaped buttons, but most importantly, it does its job very well. The keyboard is covered in black matte plastic with a soft touch. On top, we can see a hanger that helps to hold your tablet or smartphone from falling. It is designed to be the best and practical for these types of devices, especially for my hard workers who multitask during their work. Wide compatibility is included. It works pretty well with Windows, Mac, Chrome OS, iOS, and Android devices. The Easy Switch button allows you to switch between three connected devices with a touch in this comfortable full-sized keyboard. You can remap the functions depending on the different apps you use, but keep in mind it doesn't give you many options to customize. It is suitable for home office. You can port it wherever you wish to work or use it in long flights. Logitech K780 keyboard is powered by two AAA batteries, and there's a little spot for USB charging. With the power saving mode, the company claims 24 months of battery life, which surely can fulfill any requirement. Okay, we reached to the last keyboard, which strikes my gamers out there who are too picky. Here comes the Razer Black Widow V3 Pro, which is best for gaming. Razer is the first brand that clicks in your mind when it comes to gaming accessories. The Razer Black Widow V3 Pro is an outstanding keyboard specifically for gaming. It is built from a slightly textured matte look by prioritizing this intention of comfortable typing and quick response function. It comes together with the magnetic wrist rest with the emblem of a snake on it. It is made of a plush leatherette material where RGB lights give the rocking party vibes. From the distance, we can see the green clicky or linear mechanical switches. The portable design, together with Bluetooth 5.0 and hyperspeed wireless connected keyboard, facilitates its use. The keycaps are made of ABS double shot, which protects labels from becoming old even after a long time of usage. Also, it is capable of making every game fun by handling the repeated hit of the same key over and again. The best part of Black Widow and what separates it from the rest is the signature mechanical switch. Thanks to it, you get a satisfying clicky sound which makes it enjoyable for typing and gaming. It feels a little odd. You cannot use the volume wheel unless Synapse, Razer's hardware configuration software, is running somewhere in the background. Razer promises us 192 hours of battery life, which I would say is not the greatest out there, but decent. But note, it hugely drops when the RGB lights come on. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video because I had a lot of fun making it. Let me know down below in the comments if you got what you were looking for, and tell me which one from above fulfills your requirements. Until the next video, please stay safe, take care, and peace out.